All right, let's move on. We have Tamika Hilda waiting for us. Just text by. Hi, Tamika.
Hi.
Hi, how you going?
I'm good. I've been waiting patiently.
Yeah, sorry we're a bit late. We're only 5 minutes late. How you going, beautiful?
Okay.
All right, I haven't done your intro, so just hang there and look beautiful, okay?
Okay, easy.
All right.
I can feel it like that.
All right, Tamika Hilda. Tamika has been an intuitive coach for 10 years, a speaker and a writer. She has always believed that so much more is possible with what we can create in our lives. She travelled the world seeking truth on how to create health, happiness, and how to unlock the secret to being her potential. She sat with masters and grandmasters and became qualified in many different modalities looking for these answers. It was not until she learned to go within rather than seek without that her body healed, her life transformed, and her business expanded. Only then did she realise that what she had been seeking was within her the entire time. Tamika now runs programs around the country that teach people how to tap into and activate the incredible power they have to create a life or business they love. And I just want to add, she's a beautiful human being, and you can learn so much from her and apply it not only in your business life, but in your personal life as well. So, over to Tamika.
I must say, it's probably the strangest thing talking to a computer, knowing that I'm, in front of all you guys. It's a strange thing, but technology is good. So, all right. So, as Fleur mentioned, so just before you put on my PowerPoint, Fleur, let me just say a few things, yeah?
Yeah.
So as Fleur mentioned, some of you might be wondering, well, obviously I'm talking about the topic of soul tonight. So Fleur got me in to talk about soul. So you might think, how is soul really related to business? But for me, they're totally related, because who you are, your business is always a 100% reflection of you and your energy. And also, originally when I created this talk, I was going to talk more about, the spiritual laws that govern your business, and I'm still going to talk about that. But what kind of came to me as I was tuning in preparation for this talk was actually more about, your specific soul, and actually making sure that you're actually totally in alignment with your soul, because you cannot have abundance and you can't make money unless you're actually in a vibration of truth. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So if you want to put on the PowerPoint, Fleur.
Yep.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, everyone, is really soul alignment. So when you are in alignment with your soul, you naturally manifest abundance. So what is abundance? So to me, abundance means a life of flow. So everything that's happening in your business or in your life is kind of just flowing with a real sense of grace and a real sense of ease. So the things that you want, the opportunities that you need to expand your business or to grow, they come to you. They come to you naturally. You think about a person and you need to contact that person and you bump into them, the next day. So for me, I feel like, abundance is also a sense of feeling like really a genuine sense of fulfillment and joy. So for me, really, the growth of your business comes, it just comes easily and it comes naturally, and that to me is abundance. So the universe really providing to you everything that you need in order to manifest the expansion that you want in your business, the money, the profit that you want in your business. So to me, that's abundance. So let's expand on this topic and how to stay in alignment with your soul throughout the rest of this presentation. So how I want to begin is actually I want to talk about the real you. So I've chosen this photo because I feel like it represents really clearly my interpretation of the soul. So to me, your soul is it's a spiritual being. It's a, your soul, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So you can access who you really are through your heart. And so as you can see in this picture, you've got this beautiful girl who is totally surrendered, totally open in her heart. And it's like that light, that fire, that desire that you have, that fire that you have in your heart that kind of is burning and yearning for something more and for growth and for something more. That's your soul. So your soul's always going to communicate to you through your feelings in your heart, not through your thoughts in your mind. So I think it's really important first that we move through this presentation with you kind of taking on that awareness that, okay, first and foremost, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And of course, I'm definitely not here to preach to you. This is just my interpretation of who we are and life. And I just encourage you to take whatever resonates with you tonight, take what works, and then leave behind the things that don't work. So you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and the soul is really, you can connect to your soul through your heart, and it is going to be those really, the deep desires that you have within your heart. They come from the real you. They come from your soul. So it's really important for you to listen to that part of you. So purpose. So you are absolutely here for a purpose. You are here for a purpose, and you have everything already inside you that you need to create the life or the business of your dreams. So I'd really love you just to stop for a moment and just consider that. A lot of us, because of our childhood programming, have been told we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough, etc., etc., etc. But I want you to actually stop and just consider that these massive dreams that you have for your business or for your career, that you already have absolutely everything that you need to fulfill that vision, as big as that vision may be. You already have it inside of you. Some of it may be lying dormant and unactivated, but it's already there. Actually, while I was having a bath earlier, it came to me, a really good example, and I thought about IKEA. I thought, if you go to IKEA and you purchase something from IKEA, let's just say it's a desk, all the little bits and pieces of that desk come in the box. And so as you take your time to follow the instructions and you put all the little bits and pieces together, then you built this desk. So everything that you need within you is actually already inside of you. You just got to learn to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and then you have your potential. So throughout your life, you're actually learning to become the fullest expression of your soul self. So you've brought through with you in this lifetime certain talents, certain gifts, certain strengths, personality traits, etc. And these kind of natural talents and natural gifts that you have that are innate and unique to you, you're actually meant to be using them. And you're meant to be, so usually those talents that, usually when you do what you love, you're following your soul's purpose. So that's really important for you to know. So because you can really only have fulfillment when you're on track with your soul's purpose. So I just want you to kind of acknowledge that, if you've ever thought that you're strange or you're different or you're not like everyone else, that is perfect, because you are exactly who you are, and you're here to become the fullest expression of who you are. So if we take a rainbow, for example, we've got all these different beautiful colours of the rainbow. Now, if we were to take out one colour from that rainbow, it just wouldn't be a rainbow. So, all the different colours of the spectrum make up that beautiful rainbow. So, we've got all these different human beings on the planet that are here to evolve into the fullest expression of who they are. And you'll be doing that when you are using your gifts and talents. So whatever comes really naturally to you, whatever you're naturally good at, that's what you need to be doing in your business. So you need to be really conscious of how you're spending your time and making sure that it's in a role that is really utilizing your talents and your skills. And when you do that, you're going to be fulfilled. So I believe it takes courage to actually live a life of total fulfillment, because you have to go against all the odds from time to time. But, fulfillment really, you can use your business to, I guess, create a really fulfilling life. So business is only fulfilling when you're in the right one that really aligns with your soul. And so your business should be bringing you the highest amount of joy, the highest amount of fulfillment. And if it's not, you do need to do some, I would encourage you to do some inner work and some self-reflection, and to look at, what areas of my business don't fulfill me? What am I doing in my business that I don't enjoy? How can I outsource that? How can I bring someone else into my business to do those tasks? And of course, if you're just starting out, money and capital is always an issue. But of course, through the law of attraction, when you have the vision, and the vision is clear, I'm going to talk about that a little later, then you can eventually manifest that, and it will happen. It will happen in time. So just have a think about, really, seriously, what's the point in doing something if you don't love it? So for me, I had a Pilates studio way back, and I had it for 12 months. I'd been in the health and fitness industry for a couple of years at the time. And I had it for 12 months, and I put all my money into it. I put my heart, my soul into it. And when it came time to renew the lease, I just, I was turning up, and I was personal training my clients and teaching Pilates, and I had lost the passion. I was bored. But in my mind, I had thought that fitness at this time was, that was going to be my thing that I was going to do for the rest of my life, because I was so passionate about it earlier on. So when I realized that I lost my passion, I was really confused about, oh my goodness, what is my purpose? So that was the first time that I was asked the universe to guide me on, okay, if health and fitness is not my purpose, what is? And I did receive guidance around the next step. So if you come to that point, or if you're at that point now, just really be honest enough with yourself to recognize when you have lost the passion, and don't stick with it just because you've invested money or time or energy. Because when the soul has learned everything that it needs to learn, it'll get bored. So the passion will begin to wane, and that's when you know the soul's going, okay, all right, time for something else. And all you have to do is keep your eyes open, and the opportunities will pretty much be right in front of your nose. As long as you're open enough in your mind to acknowledge those opportunities. Oh, the other thing I want to say about fulfillment is that, in terms of like manifesting abundance, if you're not in alignment with your soul's truth, like if you're staying in a business or a job or a career that you really don't love, you're not going to be able to manifest abundance, because you're not going to be in a high, your consciousness is not going to be high, your frequency and vibration is not going to be high. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge to have vitality, to have energy, and to certainly manifest abundance. And I have definitely experienced that myself. When I'm in my flow, when I'm loving what I'm doing, my whole life flows, abundance flows. I put out what I want to the universe, and it just comes back to me. But if I'm lying to myself and I'm in a situation, now, I'll give you an example. I stayed in a relationship that I didn't want to be in, and that affected my business. That affected my abundance. So if you're out of alignment with your soul in any area of your life, it's going to affect your business, because your business is just a reflection of you and your energy. So however you're feeling personally within yourself is going to be rippling out into every single area of your life. business, money, relationships, everything, health, spirituality. So I've definitely learned the hard way, but it was the best lesson ever. And I guess, what I learned is that you can't make money, a lot of money, unless you're really in your truth. Okay, so I believe that, I've grown up with my mother who's a numerologist, so I've, grown up in numerology, and to me I understand that the soul has a pathway. Some people call this destiny, in numerology it's called the soul pathway. So your soul does have a pathway. Nothing is really set in stone, so to speak, but in terms of the vibration or the tide that you're swimming in, that does exist. That's why some people say, oh, I feel really, really on track. And some people go, oh, I feel like I'm off track. Well, there is actually a track. There is a pathway for the soul to follow. When you're on that pathway, abundance will be yours, flow will be yours, everything that you need will come to you effortlessly. So how to stay on the soul pathway is really to listen to your heart. So your heart is like your internal GPS. Your heart is like your internal guidance system. When you're able to tune in and to listen to your heart, that will guide you to absolutely any single decision. No matter what decision you ever have to make in your life or in your business, all you have to do is tune into the feelings in your heart. Now, when I say feelings, I'm not really talking about emotions, I'm talking about feelings. So a sense of, so when the soul is saying yes, like take this direction, you'll feel a sense of expansion, you'll feel a sense of excitement, you'll feel like a yes in your heart, you will feel like a forward movement, you'll have clarity. So a basic rule is like, if it's not a yes, it's a no. Now you can still have the soul saying yes, but feel fear. So you have to be aware that sometimes fear can come in, but that's just the ego trying to keep you, stuck and limited. Don't listen to the fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. But when your heart is saying yes, normally the fear will be in your gut or your stomach. So if you can feel where the feeling is coming from in your body, that'll give you a lot of clarity around whether it's the soul or your ego. So when you're on track, you will be growing into the person you're meant to become in this lifetime, and you can use your business as the vehicle to do that, as long as you're doing what you love and loving what you do. So if you're ever unsure, so let's go on to the next slide, left. If you are ever unsure if you're on the right track, you simply need to ask the universe to give you a sign. So like I said before, maybe you put all your money or your energy or all your time into your business, but you're feeling the passion wane for it. This really means it's time for you to change direction, perhaps. So if you're confused about your direction, just simply ask the universe for a sign. Ask and you shall receive. You just need to, a few questions that you might want to ask is, okay, am I on the right track? Or is this business or is this job for my highest good, etc. I want to give you a quick little story of a friend of mine, Sabrina, who is living with me on the Gold Coast. She became a practitioner in my method. She was already an NLP coach, and she came on board to my wellness centre to work as a coach. Anyway, using exactly the same method that I had used to build my business up, it basically took me 12 weeks to be fully booked out with clients. And I told her exactly what I had done. I was mentoring her. It just wasn't working for her. So we were both scratching our heads. And then the house she was living in, the owner was like, okay, you're gonna have to move out in a week. And then she broke her arm, and everything was just falling to pieces in her life. Out of the blue, she had a friend of hers say to her, oh, Sabrina, I've just met up with another friend who's a psychic, and she wants to give you this message and say that you're meant to be in the States, in the United States. And the funny thing was, Sabrina had just come back from the States where her auntie had paid for her ticket. She met all these amazing contacts in the States and she loved it. And long story cut short, Sabrina has now decided to move to the States and everything is flowing for her. She's got a place in Malibu lined up. A friend of a friend out of the blue was like, oh, I know someone in Malibu and a room's opening up. And, this person's like this big mood director star over there. And, so the psychic was like, oh yeah, I see you in the States and I see you on TV and all this kind of thing. So basically, when you're not on the right pathway, nothing's going to flow for you. You'll feel like, oh my God, I'm having all these blocks are in my way, you'll feel like nothing is flowing, no matter how hard you try to market your business or how much time and energy you put into it, it's not going to work. Sometimes that's because of your own limiting beliefs and fears, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but sometimes it's because you're just not where you're meant to be. So I really encourage you, if you don't have a meditation practice, to begin and to start to learn how to tune in and access your higher wisdom, because when you do, you can then be able to rely on it to go, well, hey, am I on the right pathway or not? And if you're not, then it'll be quite easy for you to feel the answer within your heart. So when you're on the right pathway, everything, I promise you, everything will just flow for you. And it will be easy. If it's not easy, you need to look at that. So, yeah, so look out for the signs. So yeah, really, this slide is all about flow. So when you're in alignment and you're on track, your life flows and it feels really good. And sometimes in order to have that flow, we do need to make new decisions and take a different pathway. And sometimes to do that, we've got to face our fears. So what I suggest is if in your heart you know exactly what you want to do, right? Maybe you want to leave your job and start a particular business. That brings up a lot of fear for you. I say, great. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I don't believe you're fully growing if you're not actually feeling a little bit of fear. Because to me, fear just means that you're moving out of your comfort zone. So to me, fear is actually it's a good thing. So, you know, if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety or fear about your new direction or about doing something in your business, great. Go for it and feel the fear and just do it anyway. Don't let fear ever hold you back. So I remember my first time before I spoke at Violet. It was a massive fitness conference. And you know, if you speak at Violet, you're considered to be an expert in your field. Anyway, I applied, don't know what I was thinking. Standing up next to the stage before I was about to speak, oh my God, absolutely terrified. I wanted to run out of the room, but I couldn't run. You know, someone's doing my introduction, I'm thinking, oh my God. Anyway, I got up there and made a joke coming up the stairs because I had this really tight skirt on that I could hardly walk up the stairs. Everyone laughed and it went really well and it was fine after that. So it just sort of showed me that, you know, even when you're terrified of doing something, it'll normally go pretty well and that'll build your confidence. And then the more you do that, the more your confidence will build in yourself and the more you realize that you actually have the capacity to do anything that you want. No matter how big your vision is, it all comes back to you believing in yourself. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, so if you have fear of not being good enough or you feel like, oh my God, I don't have the skills or I'm not the right person for the job, or maybe you feel like, you know, that you won't make the money that you want, that doing what you love is not going to make you money. But I can guarantee you that money is always available to you when you do what you love. You just have to allow the energy of the universe to guide you and to assist you in making that a reality. And once again, like if you're not sure, you just ask the universe, hey, show me how I can make money from doing what I love, and you will receive an answer somehow. So I remember when I left my Pilates studio, I was really confused about what to do. So, you know, knowing that my mother works with guides and angels, you know, I decided to actually give that a go. I thought, okay, I'm going to ask this invisible force for an answer. So at that time, I was looking into doing a hypnobirthing course, which is basically a childbirth course, teaching women how to, you know, use breathing and relaxation techniques to have a more comfortable experience. And then look, it's so much more than that too, but it was an amazing course, and I was actually quite excited about it. But I was actually feeling quite fearful of doing the course, just because I was really doubting myself, because I thought, I don't have children, and I'm not sure if I will have children, so who am I really to be teaching this course, right? But, so I asked the universe for a sign, because in my heart, I had so much excitement about the program and about the course. And I'd already trained in hypnotherapy, so it seemed like a, you know, like a semi-natural progression. So I had these angel cards and I shuffled and I said to the universe, right, I need a really, really obvious sign. Like, is hypnobirthing part of my purpose? Is that what I'm meant to be doing? And I shuffled and I pulled out 3 cards. And the first card was working with baby, and the second card was teacher, and the third card was light worker. And I thought, okay, that seems pretty obvious, so I thought, I'm just going to shuffle again. So I shuffled again, and then I pulled out another 3 cards, and they were exactly the same 3 cards. And I was like, oh wow, okay, this is a pretty obvious sign. I think I'm getting it. So I thought, I'm just going to shuffle one more time, and I pulled out the same 2 cards again. Now look, that has never happened to me ever again, but it was like the universe saying, okay, do you get it now? We're totally here, we're totally supporting you. So I was like, all right, I'm now a believer, official believer. So that was my sign. I did the hypnobirthing course, and I ended up doing it for a few years. It led me into the next thing that I did, and it was all perfect. So what I've learned is that there definitely is a pathway in our life, and you're going to have stepping stones. So sometimes when you're guided to do something, your mind may not understand it at the time, but you just have to have total trust and faith that that you're exactly where you're meant to be, and you're going to be learning something that's going to aid you in your future, which is all part of your purpose, all part of you becoming the fullest expression that you're here to become. So really trust your guidance always. Okay, so now that you're really clear in your heart about what you want, now I will start to consciously use the law of attraction to manifest that for you. So just know that your business is a 100% reflection of your energy, which means your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. So you really need to form a crystal clear vision of what you want. So everything that you think and everything that you visualize is really just a vibration, okay? So when you're really clear on what you want, and I'm talking about the end results with your business, the universe then goes, oh, cool, I know what to deliver to you. So if you're gonna, make a purchase online, you would tick all the different products you want before you paid for them. So you would go, yep, I want this piece of clothing, size medium, and in this color, you'd be really specific. So you want to be very, very specific with what you want and formulate a really clear picture in your mind of the outcome of your business. And I'm telling you, get obsessed about this picture. Think about it every day, visualize it every day, spend time in meditation, visualizing it every day, and talk about it. Talk to your friends and your business colleagues and your staff and your family about this vision and start to put it out there into the universe. Just know that if you want $1 million to the universe there's no difference between $1 or $1 million. To the universe, it's only simply a matter of frequency. So, however, in your mind, you might be like, oh my God, $1 million is so much money, or you might have all these limiting beliefs associated to earning that amount of money. That's what you have to clear, because to the universe, it's all just frequency. So if you can imagine that you've already achieved that and hold that vibration and act and think and have the attitude and be and dress, and your whole energy needs to be vibrating, yep, I've already got that $1 million, then that's what the universe hears, because all the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration. So like attracts like, whatever frequency you're vibrating at, because you're all just energy, that's going to come back to you, okay, in terms of people coming into your life, opportunities, etc., etc. So part of formulating a really clear vision, guys, is to see yourself. You need to see your identity. Now, I've used this picture of Tony Robbins as an example, but how do you see yourself in the future? Like let's say, for example, you want to be a speaker on stage. What kind of energy do you want to have on stage? How do you dress? How do you talk to people? How do you walk? What are your thoughts? What are your attitudes? How do you greet people? Really get clear on your future successful self. How do they dress? What do they look like? And what's their energy? And then start to be that person now. The main thing that's in the way of you really being your future successful self now is actually all the crap from your past, all the limiting beliefs, everything your parents or your caregivers told you. You're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, blah 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 blah. It's all just rubbish. So basically, I've spent 10 years doing this inner work, and it was doing this inner work that healed my body, took away the pain in my body, allowed me to earn a 6-figure income with just this year our profits are going to be amazing, so, and to build my business. So my business has always been a total reflection of me expanding. So as I had more faith in myself, as I started to express myself more, express my potential, and be really the fullest expression of who I am, and to vibrate at that frequency, my business expanded. So it's always been a direct correlation. So I've had, I was going to go into a few client examples, but we don't have time, but I can tell you just quickly that, the work I do in my programs and courses or in my one-on-one sessions are all about doing this inner work. So to clear away the deeper blocks that are actually holding you back from manifesting the greater potential that you actually are. And because we have layers and layers and layers and layers and layers, like an onion, of fear-based conditioning holding us back from actually being our full potential. So I do have a free program coming up. I'm going to tell you really quickly about it. It's called Life Mastery. I'm holding it in Perth. I'm flying all the way over from the Gold Coast to be with you guys. And in this one-day free seminar, basically it's all about how to be your infinite potential, how to really consciously create what you want, and how raising your consciousness manifests in your world. So some of the things we're going to cover in the day is really just like the illusion of matter and how everything solid is actually energy, how your heart-based beliefs are manifesting the energy of your life, how the heart is the key to effortless and ecological manifesting. I'm going to teach you a method for actually hearing your inner guidance so you can hear what's in your heart really clearly. I'm going to help you to discover the hidden perceptions that are limiting your ability to create what you want. I'm going to show you a video of how a woman heals her bladder cancer in less than 3 minutes using the same manifestation technology that I teach you in this day. We're going to explore the different levels of consciousness and see how your level of consciousness determines your experience of life, how to unleash the creative spark within you, learning how to channel that into creating the life of your dreams, which is going to reset a course for yourself that leads to you living your dreams. And then ultimately, a massive section of the day is actually covering the secret of the secret. So this is really like the real key to why manifesting is actually so much harder than what it, than what it sounds. So basically, guys, if you are, if we can just sum this up, how to stay in alignment with your soul, the first thing is really, really listen to what your heart wants. And then when you listen and and you're really being honest with yourself about, okay, this is what my heart wants, honor that. Love yourself enough to honor that guidance. You're here to live your life in total joy. That's your birthright. You're here to have an amazing life where, you're having fun every day. That's how it should be. So, honor that guidance. And then take action on that inner knowing. Whatever that inner nudging is, take action on that. So put your boundaries in place. Have the conversations you need to have. Start to make different decisions that are going to create a different future. And then, of course, do the inner clearing work. I can promise you, you're not going to move forward unless you do the inner clearing work and really start to clear out the deeper blocks that are preventing you from being just your potential, the fullest expression of your absolute brilliance. Because whoever you are brilliant in some particular capacity. You're absolutely brilliant, and when you know who you are and you acknowledge your skills and your gifts, you can just start to shine really, really, really brightly, and that is when you become a magnet for all that you desire. So, believe in miracles, because absolutely anything is possible. Any single possibility already exists in this universe. We know this from quantum physics. So when you have a very crystal clear vision and you become that future personality that you need to be, you become the fullest expression of your future self, really, anything is possible, and you'll start to manifest it quite quickly. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to me. And I hope you enjoyed that. That was the quickest I've talked in a while.
So thanks, Tamika.
My pleasure.